In this lesson, we'll continue to animate some of the effects. Let's go here to record and let's select, for example, let's see. It can be something like this. Yeah, something like this is fine. Take photo and then move it a little bit to the left. Take photo again, increase here the speed, the duration. About here it's fine. Okay, now let's paste the effects. Let's go to depth of field and we can play around with these settings. Here in the beginning, we want this area to be focused and the background out of focus. So let's just try to get this effect like so. Focus distance about here. Let's increase the sharp area size. Like this is fine. So now we can move it a little bit, and when we start to see more of the house, we can add a keyframe here. Okay, and now about here, so we just give a little bit of time. We need to have 2 keyframes here, so it stays still in focus this area. Okay, and now here it will start to become out of focus. So let's click here and like this, and actually and like this, just control a little bit. Okay, so if you play it, okay, but it's too much, the transition. So what we can do, we will remove from this one. Let's just make it about here. More soft transition, like so. About here, amount is fine. Reduce this and just change the focus distance. Okay, let's just see. Actually, here let's add another one. Okay, so let's see now. Okay, so it changed from this being in focus to this part is in focus now. You can play around with other settings as well. For example, we can go to this, even the chromatic aberrations, we can make it like this, it's fine. And let's actually, when it's about to turn here, let's leave it like this. Okay, and now here, let's increase a little bit more when it's out of focus, like this. And then when it becomes, it will slowly be more out of focus, so it doesn't have so much chromatic aberrations. And we can do another thing. We can go to the exposure, do the same thing, leave it, let's say, when it's about here, that it's focusing on this area. So let's see, here it's fine. Okay, so add like this and like this. Okay, so this one is fine. And this one, it's going to be a little bit more. Okay, and then actually we should leave at 0.7 here as well. 0.7, and then it goes down because it's like your eyes, or actually the camera, are adjusting to this bright light now. So let's see. Okay, it was a little bit too harsh, so what we can do is remove this one, and just when it's about here, you can add to be a little bit lower, and so it will look like this. Okay. So this is just some tricks that you can do with these effects. And you can even go further and control basically everything, like even the color correction. You could say that, for example, when the camera is at this position, you want more, since it's more green, you want it to be, let's say, more or less like this. And when the camera goes here, let's say, press here, and now about here, we can make it a little bit, oops, not this one, a little bit colder. So you see, so basically we can control all of these parameters. Another nice effect that we can animate, it's the volumetric sunlight. And so we have this here. Let's make it actually more or less like this. The range, let's try like this. And let's create keyframe. When it goes about here, we can start, add another keyframe. Here we will add another one. We'll just decrease this a little bit, actually this range. Hold shift and just add a little bit. And this brightness decrease. And when it goes here, add another one and decrease even more. So, okay. So you can always customize all of these effects. This wraps up this lesson. In the next one, we will talk about animated effect elements that we can add to our scene.